biggest challenges in e-commerce is how to grow your business without breaking the bank. Hi, I'm Courtney Eckerly here at the Marketing Sherpa Media Center at IRCE, and with me is Mitch Goldstone, who is the CEO of ScanMyPhotos.com. Welcome.
Thank you, Courtney. Pleasure to be here. What a great experience.
Oh,
Thousands of e-commerce companies.
So in your presentation, one of the trends you said you've been seeing is marketers reaching out to maybe more non-traditional ways to establish a relationship with your customers.
Absolutely. It's all about being personal, humanize the experience with customers. And it's very interesting, Courtney. Last year, the big talk and conversation was all about you must be mobile. This year, it's all about podcasts. So what we do at Scan My Photos now is every time a customer engages with us and says, I love what you did, you digitized my decades of family nostalgic photos. Anytime we see the word love, it gets transferred to our team of copywriters who are awesome. They're women, most of our customers are women, and they interview them. It goes on the blog, gets email blasted. You know, Courtney, I hate doing the flash sales because that's just annoying. So what we do from that is with those interviews, they're turned into the most emotional podcasts. The premier one, just as an example, and for all of everyone watching, is you have to be emotional, you have to engage the customer with something very unique and innovative. This one, a woman was turning 40 years old, and her mom had previously passed away. So she really missed her, and she wanted her mom to be with her. So she went through her photo album. She had all of her pictures going through it to have us digitize. And here's where it gets emotional. A letter fell out. A letter fell out, and it was from her mom, written years prior, saying, I'm not going to be with you, but I want to share some thoughts with you. And her mom was back with her on her 40th birthday. That's crazy, and that's one of the podcasts at Tales from the Pictures We Saved.
And that's one of those things that it doesn't only help you get to know your customer better, but it helps your customers get to know each other better.
Very much. And those shared stories. You know, it's one thing to go on Yelp and post a nice review. I always say, I feel that I don't want to be a company, a restaurant's chief marketing officer. I don't want to go on Yelp and say, here's what's wrong. You know, they're not paying me for that. So I don't want to go that route. The way I find out about a company is from social media, what other people are saying about it.
What would you say are some other ways that you have grown your business without using all of these maybe more traditional and expensive tactics?
Very much. My business is so unique, scanning the country's photos. We've digitized 300 million pictures, and they're incredible stories. But what we do is something always thinking out of the box. We send flowers to customers, big floral arrangements, and they're startled. They share it with the world. They show people, and often these flowers cost more than the order. And lots of friends ask, how can you afford it? And I say, I can't afford not to do that. So that's one way to engage customers. Another way, I think, for every business is all about solving problems. You need to study your industry, figure out what are the biggest problems in your industry, whatever the category may be, and solve those problems. Become the lead advocate for your industry. Stand out. If you have 10,000 competitors, you're going to be number one. Great example is a year ago, Google Photos, which we love, launched, and they had a huge problem. And I amplified that problem and shared it. The problem is everyone's using the 200 million active monthly viewers now, or users. The problem is everyone's sharing pictures from what they have on their smartphone. All right, typically what they ate last night. And the problem is, what about those decades of past photos, slides, negatives, generations of nostalgic family photos? No one's able to take those and put them onto Google Photos to save and share, and Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all the others. So my example is I studied the industry, found a problem, and that was it. And then we came up with a solution to become the advocates for that.
So one of your key tactics, it sounds like, is customer retention. Rather than going out and constantly trying to get new customers and clients in, you want to really make an impact on the customers that you have.
Every customer is so important. My business is kind of unique because we're dealing with family photos, and in what I do is when someone receives their order, their digitized photos, they're my marketing team. They're the ones that show their entire family, all their friends, decades of pictures. So everyone in the room asks the same question: how do you do that? And they say, scan my photos. So for me, it's much easier. But every industry, you have to create loyalist, loving, raving fans.
Oh, definitely. What a fantastic message, and thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with me.
My pleasure. This was great. Thank you.
Thank you. And if you would like to see more videos, please go to marketingsherpa.com/IRCE.